Hi, I'm Anand Vasu and you're watching Anand on Cricket. Please do remember to like, share and subscribe as soon as you're done watching this video. We're sitting now in one of the more lovely hotels in Colombo, heart of Colombo. I have the lake here behind me, but it wasn't always like this. I remember with great fondness my first trip to Sri Lanka as a journalist. This was 23 years ago for the Under-19 Cricket World Cup. Covering under-19 cricket is completely different from covering international cricket. There's a much more informal air to it. You have much more access to the players, and the players themselves are fresh and young, and not so much is known about them as in senior cricket. And that particular tournament was a very interesting one for a number of reasons. The way the schedule was set up, you had one match in Colombo and one match outside Colombo, because they wanted to take the game to as many different places in Sri Lanka as possible. So, for example, you'd have a game here in Colombo, and then the next day you'd be off to Nuwara for a game. From Nuwara back to Colombo, from Colombo to Galle, Galle to Colombo, and so on, so on, so on. So you saw a lot of the country. And another big perk with this was, by the time the game finished and your day's work ended, it was already often past 7 p.m. And back in the day, there were no expressways in Sri Lanka like there are now. So getting around would take a fair amount of time. So what did we do? A group of us who were covering this tournament decided that we largely don't need hotel accommodation. We got ourselves a very comfortable van. We'd finish work one day and set out overnight and reach the next place. Then of course we'd find a place to shower and things like that, and be ready to repeat the same process on the reverse. On the field there were several very interesting things, but some of my fondest memories were the first time I interviewed Yuvraj Singh after India beat New Zealand. It was his first ever interview as well, and he was a very different 19-year-old than he is as a person today. Now very confident, mature, savvy, knows exactly what he's doing. Then he was a much shyer, quieter kid, but a very good one and a great bat. I remember also clearly a semi-final game against Australia, or perhaps it was the quarter-final. India were struggling to get some quick runs, and the players from the Indian dressing room who were going out to bat had padded up and was sitting outside their dressing room. Next to them there was a group of Kenyan players, and this was very close to our press box. There wasn't so much security and there wasn't so much separation back in the day. And so one of the Kenyan players commented that India were going too slowly. And Yuvjraj, who was going out to bat, said, "No problem. If I can make 50 in 25 balls, we'll easily get to 230, 240, and that should be good enough for us to defend." What happened? He got 50, not in 25 balls, but in 20 balls. And this was against a good Australian attack, included the likes of Nathan Horrocks, Shane Watson. But it was just some very clean hitting all around the ground. Those are the kind of memories that make tours something to look back on with fondness, that make covering cricket such a great joy. Sri Lanka will always remain one of my favorite places to come to, and rain or no rain, we're going to build some more new memories. Thank you very much for watching, and as I said, please remember to link, share and subscribe.